For what? Well, I need your car when I'm done to go to my mother's. Or you can go over. I need a box fan.
You're back on, but there's no one here.
I'm not. It's out of gas.
So hopefully... It looks like one person back. Nope. Not showing no one.
How come the other computer ain't showing anything?
Do I have someone here? It's showing one person. Okay, we got a couple people here. 514. You know what happened? Just all of a sudden lost the signal. Took me a little bit to figure out what to do. Ended up happening in the last one. Well, actually, I tried to refresh it, and that ended that. And then I had to start over with starting a new live. So hope that doesn't happen again. I don't know how many people we had here before that happened. Looks like 6 are back.
Yeah, we had quite a few. 7
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, thanks for coming back, everyone. If you weren't here before, thank you for joining us now. Yeah, Beverly, I'm back. Lost the signal for a few minutes, and then I had to start over. Signal came back, but the live was gone, so I had to start over again. Yep, Princess, I'm glad it's clear out. I hope it stays that way. Since I moved to this spot here, I've been having pretty good luck. I don't know what happened. Maybe it was even something with the internet. Maybe it wasn't even the Wi-Fi signal. I hope everyone comes back. Got 8 people now. That could be.
Yeah, there's a storm coming. Good. Flies were biting me earlier working on the lawn tractor.
Yeah, when Larry was still here, it was thundering pretty good. Yeah, technology's great, except when it's not working. Yeah, last night, I lost the internet adapters, network adapters in my laptop. I was working on my video for last night, and just all of a sudden, internet's gone. I didn't know exactly what was going on. It was still working on my phone. And then I did a diagnostic check, and it said I had to reset my network adapters. So that put me behind on that. That's why I was so late getting that out. Yes, it is. Very frustrating. Yeah, there have been a lot of internet problems, computer problems. I'm hearing it from everyone. Yeah, just talking today about getting a Wi-Fi extender so I can get. So hopefully I'll help in the future.
Yeah, you only got one bar.
Yeah, when I first moved over here, I had always 2, sometimes 3 bars,
The second computer's got 2 or 3.
and then
Up to.
that fluctuates a lot for some reason.
The fan too. I hear the fan kicking on and off every couple seconds.
Yeah, the fan is depending on how much power it's drawn. Because I got both laptops plugged into the inverter, and after it draws a certain amount of power, the fan kicks on to cool it. If it's drawn below a certain amount of power, the fan doesn't run. Oh, we got 8 people here. Anyone got any questions for me or for the Motorman? Hi, Ashley. I'm not sure how much of the Motorman you caught before we lost the signal.
You can share another link for them later. Right?
Yeah. Yes.
I'll be back on and posting myself. I just gotta go and get a new phone. I shut mine in my work truck door. It's half blacked out. The post button's the only is decided that it's blacked out, so that don't help.
Yeah, Motorman lives out front by the road. I live out behind his barn. I like it out here. Hi, Dog Man. Glad you could make it. It had all kinds of problems. So, hopefully, I'll be able to stay on. I don't think we were here during the first part of the live. Well, all of a sudden, lost the internet. Then I had to start all over again. Well, I'm not sure how many of you were here for the first part. I kind of lost track. But I'm up to 260 subscribers now. Been very successful first month. I've got 388 watch hours. And the goal I have right now is 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. And what animals do I have besides chicken and cats? That's all I have myself right now. And the Motorman here, he's got pigs, geese, and he's got chickens.
Well, we've had goats and sheep.
Man, he's had other animals. And
I think that's pretty much about it.
you never know what he's going to show up with.
Oh, yeah. A couple honks and a cage. And
he'll pull in the driveway. Come see what I just got.
we almost got some peacocks, but we could only find males, and they'll take off looking for a female, so didn't want to waste money on them for them just to run away.
Yes, Ashley. Motorman is my landlord. You'll have Motorman tell what his channel's about. Yeah, Dog Man. It's funny. The last live I did, I had no problem. And I had a weaker signal than I do now. So I don't know what's up. Thank you, Caleb.
Basically, similar to Pete, I show my animals off, and we're always doing something crazy. We're always fixing something, anywhere from a push mower to a crotch rocket, boats. So anything from repairs to stunts, anything with an engine, basically. Pretty much anything in general. I do limestone excavation. I do hardwood floors. And then I do my farming when I'm not working. So that's pretty much what I'm about. Peter will share a link to my page later, I'd love to see some of you guys subscribe. I'm up to, I don't know, I think 13 subscribers. My first month, I'd like to at least see 200. It's been a slow start. Not many people know about me yet, so Pete's been helping me a lot. Yeah, that's pretty much about it. Appreciate anyone that follows me tonight. Someone wants you, huh?
That's OCO call and tell me what time the bus is going to be here in the morning to pick me up for physical therapy. Yeah, I've got to turn the volume down on my phone. I knew they were going to be calling. Call 5:45 the afternoon before I have a trip scheduled.
I believe the picture on my page is a lineup of cars and bikes and stuff too. I accidentally deleted my other page, but it's still available for some reason. I think that one's just a red circle. So don't click on the red circle one because that's going to be non-existent. Oh, the way that that whatever that rental where you got your computer from. I thought they were bringing you a generator or something while he's backing down here. I was like, man, Pete must be getting something big. Nope, just a laptop. I was like, oh. All right. That thing's about the size of a credit card.
Yeah, nice little one.
Yeah, this actually looks like a pretty nice laptop.
It is. It's almost new. It was manufactured in October of last year.
I should almost go to a laptop. Probably be easier to do this than try and do it on my phone.
Yes, it is. It's much easier.
It'd be kind of hard to drop this out of my pocket and shut it in the door. Go. Won't fit in my pocket.
You have quite a time with phones.
Yeah, awful. At least 2 months. Like me, the pigs are in there destroying the barn again.
You don't know if any of you noticed the end of the barn where the pigs go in and out in any of my videos. There's quite a big opening there. It used to be, what was it, like 2.5 feet wide? 3 feet at the most?
Maybe a foot wider than the size of them big pigs.
And they had half the side of the barn out now.
Anytime I fix it, they rip it back down.
They just ram it, and you take a pig that size, it doesn't hold them back.
Well, I figured what Charlie probably weighs. God, he's got to be 500 pounds.
He's a big boy.
That pig, he'll rip fence posts out of the ground.
Yeah, and the pig that got out last week when I mentioned in my video, he was sticking the snout under the fence and picking it right up.
Like a floor jack.
So that's the reason they got out, because he just picked the fence up and they just walked under it.
Helping him escape. Yeah, it was all fun and games until he tried joining.
Yet that's a good possibility, Ashley. I know they mow a different time during the year. It's not always in the fall, so it could be.
What are they asking about, the chickens or the pigs?
I think you're asking about, Princessa, I think you're asking about moving the pigs around. Well, they stay in the pen.
Well, they got a dual stall barn. They got, I don't know, 20 by 30 or bigger place in a barn where they can go in and out of 2 different pens inside the barn, and then they got a huge outside pen. We usually don't have this many. We've started breeding pigs this year. We usually just raise them for meat, but so now we got the mother and father. They're pets. They won't get butchered, and the potbelly, she's a pet. She don't go anywheres, and the little red piglet, that's now going to be a pet, and the other ones, they'll go off to the butcher, and people buy them. We usually don't keep any ourselves besides the pets.
Yeah, I've had a couple of people ask me about what you do with the pigs.
We usually, well, this year, because we bred them, we had our own piglets. We'll wait till fall. They'll go for $3 a pound. I get the $3 a pound, and then they pay their own butchering and processing fees. That's probably the best deal you'll find for pig. I've seen it going upwards of $6 to $8 a pound for whole pigs. So I sell mine pretty cheap. Helps sell it quicker, keep business coming in. So especially this economy, I ain't the richest man, neither is Pete. So as long as we can make a little money and keep customers coming back.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
We'll have to get some videos for them. I'm sure Mama Pig will be having piglets here in probably a couple more months. I don't know if she's knocked up yet or not, but they only go for 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days is their pregnancy period. So I'd say within probably 3 months, 4 months max, we'll probably have another 10, 15 piglets running around.
Rachel was telling me the other day she thinks she's got some pictures of when the piglets were just born that she was going to send me.
I think I got some too, actually. I'll just send you them so you can post on here.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone would love to see them.
Oh, it was funny. You called me that day. You know you got piglets? No, I don't. I did lock her in the birthing pen, as I call it now. It's just another stall in the barn that no other pig can enter because I block it all off. I lock the doors. She'll have her own separate stall. She was in there, and I knew she was getting close, so I locked her in that other stall in the barn. And he calls me up one day. You know you got piglets? No, I didn't. I'll be there in a minute. Boy, I was shocked. Walked in. What was there? 10?
There was 10.
One got squished, and I don't know if the other one got squished or if it just had something wrong with it. But we only lost 2, and 2 out of 8 piglets. Not bad at all. Some pigs will even eat their piglets, so she took pretty good care of them.
Yeah.
And Pete will tell you, you even make one of them squeal, you better have your running shoes on.
She's a very protective mother. Very protective.
Charlie ain't bad either. He didn't really harass him much. He could have killed him too, because he's a miserable old guy.
Charlie's an attitude, but he's not.
Yeah, I know he's passing it on to Earl.
Yeah.
So he wanted me to pet him. No, he just wanted to beat me up.
Yeah, Earl pulled. Came up to him, he thought he wanted to be petted. We were going to pet him, he spurred him.
Yeah, right in the hand. Then took off running like he was laughing. We've tried to do gardening. I had onions growing until the pigs got loose and killed them all. Every time we try to grow anything else, the chickens kill it. We're going to have to try a fenced-in garden.
Yeah, actually, Devin's father offered me some seeds last spring. And I said, with these chickens, I don't even think I want to attempt anything. It'll just be chicken food.
Well, actually, I didn't. I just got from the job I was working on today with that roof. They gave me a. I'm pretty sure it's an enclosed greenhouse. Not a very big one. I don't know, maybe 4 feet wide, or about 4 feet long, 2 feet wide, something like that. You can definitely grow a couple plants in it, though.
Oh yeah, I've seen them advertised before.
Only problem is it'd be too late to start anything this year.
Yep.
Oh, we got it now.
Yeah, we're coming towards the end of our growing season. Another month and a half. Be about it. Get to 1st of October. It starts to get pretty chilly. No one's ever bothered you about raising, selling pigs, have they?
No. I don't think anyone really can bother you. I don't sell them to licensed businesses or anything, so I just have a couple of piglets. Well, usually we'd only sell 2 or 3 a year. Now, obviously, they're being born, but I don't think that's anything they can really bother me for. I could be wrong. They're all dewormed and all that. If they get sick, it'll be handled. They get treated good.
Well, if I'm going to a licensed butcher, the meat's processed in inspected facility, so I think that's the main thing right there.
Hmm. Yeah, we don't do our own processing. We'll, I guess you could say, butcher the pig, which would be putting the pig down and skinning it and cutting it in half. Then from there on, it's out of my hands. It gets dropped off at a licensed butcher shop, and then from there they pay £50 to the processing center, and they pick it up their package.
Yeah, she said they green up enough with some herbs. I tried growing some in my kitchen window one time. That didn't work out too good with the cats. I think I had some parsley. What else? What did I have?
I got a plant in my kitchen window, but it must be on the side that gets less sunlight. Boy, that thing is like, it's tipped right over and it's laid right up against the glass. It's hilarious. Oh, we're up to 17 watchers now.
Well, that's good. Everyone's coming back.
Oh,
18. Yeah, it's been a funny summer here. We've had some days been very chilly, and then other days it's been in the 90s, which isn't uncommon. We've had about probably a dozen days in the 90s.
It was pretty chilly last night.
Yeah.
I came home on the Harley last night, and even with my pants and leather jackets, I was shivering.
Yeah, I was out here in my hoodie trying to get yesterday's video out, and they ran into the computer problem, so I was out here a couple hours longer than I'd planned on being out here. It was after 1 o'clock before I got that posted, and it was getting pretty chilly. But nice for sleeping now.
Yeah. I can hear it clucking. I don't know where it is.
That's what I was looking for. They were very close by.
Huh.
You never know when they'll just pop out. I don't know if you noticed, but Lucy, one of my Buff Orpington's, been limping after.
No, I didn't.
And she was out over here at me, but known.
Is that the one laying on the edge by the burn pile?
No, that's Buffy.
Still laying on him?
No.
That was nice.
No, after 21 days, that was the end of it.
Their time?
Yeah.
Huh.
There was only one egg left, and that didn't hatch.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Someone stole them all then, huh?
Most of the shells were there, so they got broke right there.
Rodents, probably.
But I can't believe she would let anything get to them.
You know how I drive my truck every day? There's a mouse in my glove box.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. I thought I seen a shredded napkin on my floor, but I was just like, who knows with me is ever I'm working on something that it gets wadded up. Oh, yeah, open the glove box. There's little mice turds all over. Like, how the heck are they getting in your truck when you drive it all day?
Well, thank you, Ashley. Yeah, I guess everyone's having internet problems. Yeah, I'll definitely be doing another live. I'm not sure when. I might eventually set up a regular schedule to do lives. My first two have been to celebrate something. First one is to celebrate my birthday, and this is to celebrate my 1 month anniversary.
Well, here comes the honkers.
Yeah, I'm sure you can hear the geese. And that's just because they're walking past. You ought to hear them if there's actually something making noise over. Hawk flew over one day, and you should have heard them.
I don't know why all the chickens are following them.
Yeah, they're goofballs.
Yeah, they've taken to Peter. They were always up by my house and always honking at 5 in the morning next to my window. That was really
Yeah, there's Lucy over there limping.
Now they bother Peter all the time. They only come running if they see me with food in my hands. If there's no food, they run right back over to Peter.
Yeah, they love to steal the chicken's food. Thing is, just eating the food's not as bad, but they chase the chickens right out of that. They're very aggressive towards the chickens.
Them things honk while they eat.
Sure do.
Our internet doesn't look like it's doing too bad.
Yeah. Seems to be holding steady.
We've lost a few watchers, though.
Yep.
What do you do lives once a week? Or every day?
A lot of people do lives once a week. Some of them twice a week. In fact, actually, I visited a live earlier today, and they said we'll see everyone tomorrow. So I got to do one every day. I might. You know, audio's a bit choppy.
Yeah, it's starting to buffer again. Oh, there it goes.
I think I'm gonna move this over the edge of the table. It's a little bit closer to the Wi-Fi. Not much, but sometimes just that 6 inches makes a difference.
Oh,
So,
boy.
I might set up a schedule eventually. Doing lives maybe once a week. Yeah, we didn't have any upper 90s here yet this summer. Not saying it can't happen, but I don't think it's gonna because they're not predicting anything for the rest of the month. But we had about a dozen days in the low 90s, 1 or 2 days I think with mid 90s. Did it make any difference when I moved the laptop that little bit?
I'm glad the deer flies went away.
Oh yeah, those deer flies were nasty.
Well, Pete, I think I'm going to head out. Appreciate all you guys watching me and watching Pete, of course. Pete will share a link later. I might send him some videos and just have him tag my link in there for me to post later, maybe too. I'll see you guys all on the next live. I got to go get me a box fan first starts pouring.
Okay, you have a good night.
You too, Pete.
Oh. Okay. Okay, can't wait till fall. Yep, fall is a nice time of the year. I will link those channels later on tonight. I'm not the best at this technology, so I can't do it right now. Yeah, he just went and checked and see what that noise was. The pigs in there. They're no big. They're just tearing the floor out now. You never know what those pigs are going to be up to. There's Earl. Wish you could bring him over. He'd love me sitting here in my lap crowing. Yep, same here, Beverly. In fact, when I was in high school, I wouldn't touch a computer. That's when they were just starting to get popular in schools, and they were so optional at that point. I didn't want anything to do with it. I couldn't figure them out. Now I kind of wish I had taken a computer class or two, but everything I've done on the computer, I basically taught myself. Once in a while, someone will show me something, but pretty much I was able to figure it out myself. Yeah, I graduated in 1989, and they were just nicely getting started in school then. Nothing like it is today. Yeah, I didn't take typing class, but I'm sure they didn't have electric typewriters at that time. When I was in elementary school, there was no computers. I was in middle school before there was any computers at all. Yeah, I had a calculator when I was in school, but we couldn't use it in school. I never even took it to school. Just at home, and I get used it for if I had a long list of stuff to add up. I might use it then. Or if I just want to mess around and like maybe what's a million times 259,000 or something like that. That's what I used to use calculator for. Yep, use your brain. But what I do quite often is I'll figure something up in my head or on paper, whatever, and then I'll use a calculator just to check myself. Yeah, I can believe it, dog man. You probably were quite a devil in school. I can imagine. And we had a 7th grade math teacher, Mr. Killam. What he used to do, he used to take a paddle and he would hand it to someone. You know what to do? Spank yourself. He never gave it to me, though. But someone misbehaved and he couldn't use it on them, but he'd hand it to them, tell them to do it. Yeah, not having any trouble believing that dogman had his own paddle in the principal's office. I can believe that, definitely. You're quite a character, dog man. I hope to get to meet you in person someday. Yeah, we're all family on here. Good community, very good community. I appreciate each and every one of you supporting my channel and everything you've done for me. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I've seen teachers pull hair. I never had one pull my hair, but I definitely have seen that. Yeah, you're a weird one, dog man. You would like to burn afterwards. Ouch. You got to reposition a little bit here. What's up with that, dog man? I missed your videos. I like them. Oh, Beverly, that teacher be in jail today. That'd be assault. Hello, JB. For anyone who wasn't on earlier, I just want to thank everyone again. Been a very successful first month. Very pleased with it. Hope second month goes just as well. I've got 260 subscribers. Hoping to get to 1,000. We've got 388 watch hours. I want to get 1,000 watch hours. And my understanding is the live doesn't count towards the watch hours, but if you go back and watch it afterwards, that will count. So someone wants to just have it playing on the computer or phone or whatever and turn the volume down and just let it play through, that would help me out. Yes, things are going very well. You got that right, dog man. I know 51 isn't young. Can't imagine when I start pushing 60. That chicken run I just built took me 4 days to do. 20 years ago, I wasn't on earlier. Today, I didn't get batteries for it. It's got lights in it, and they're gonna love it. I get that set up for a video of them playing with it. And then the chicken's got a nice treat of mealworms. Got 3 pounds of mealworms. So they definitely are going to love them. Oh, yeah, I know. I will eventually, Cosmo. That's my goal, and it will happen. Definitely. And just a day or two ago, I was just waiting for a couple more so I could get to 250. Now here I am, 260. So, definitely. Well, that's good, Princessa. Yeah, good to hear that you're in good shape. Yeah. Yeah, and Dogman, I'm just saying Earl gets started to attack him through the fence. What did I say? Oh, did I? Sorry about that, Dogman. Um, yeah, Motorman said Earl's trying to attack him through the fence there. Yeah, all good things do take time. Well, thank you, JB. I appreciate it. You know, Dogman, that's what everyone told me when I was younger. Well, don't do this, don't do that. You're going to pay for it later. Well, can't really say I would have done things different, but I definitely am paying for it. I think it's starting to rain. That's not good. But sun's still out, so hopefully we keep this going. I'm gonna close that laptop down since I'm not using that right now. I'm under the trees here, so hopefully they'll give me a little protection. Yeah, sure does, Beverly. And what doesn't help me, I shattered a T12 vertebrae when I was, what was I, 24 years old? Yeah, thank you, JB. I hope that works out. Because Earl stays in the pig pen and he's not with my hens, so I want to get him locked in there with my hens for a week or so I can get some fertilized eggs. I want to use that incubator. Yeah, anyone that's on their feet all the time, they end up paying for it, that's for sure. Yes, they are. Um, yeah, I love baby chicks. I've never gone to a chiropractor. The guy I used to work with, he did tell me about the one he goes to that's supposed to be real good, but it's 30 miles away. I don't have any way to get there. Well, the rain's letting up, so maybe we're going to look out on this. I hope so. Yeah, if I had a way to get to one, I may look into it. Yeah, that's great. Being on your feet for 39 years and not suffering from it, because 99% of the people that do something like that, something always happens. Yeah, I actually, maybe I could get transportation to a chiropractor. I'm not sure. I know it would have to be prescribed by a doctor, because I do have transportation to physical therapy. All of my doctor's appointments and physical therapy. Yeah, I never had a broken bone until I was 24 years old, and then I started then. Started out my T12 vertebrae, then both bones in my left wrist. I did that 6 months later. And then I don't know how I ended up doing it, but at 2 different occasions I've had depression fractures in my lower back. You know, now that I think about it, JB, if I have a doctor write me a prescription for a chiropractor, I may be able to get the medical transport for that. I should look into that. Yeah, my lower back is in bad shape. When I had an MRI just before Christmas last year, I had a compression fracture in one of my vertebrae that just appeared there since the last time I had an MRI. I've got discs that are pushed out into the side. That's why my right leg is affected, because it pressed against the nerves that go down my right leg. And I've got stenosis. Any of you don't know what that is? That's where the nerves go through the center of the bones and it closes up. So it's pressing against the nerves. Yeah, I actually have to get some more paperwork into my attorney, and now I have to ask her what's going on with that. Yeah, doctors don't like chiropractors, and that might not work out. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's a neurological chiropractor or not that guy was telling me about. Yes, it definitely would improve. Because at this point, all I've got is whatever someone sends me. My son's been trying to help me out, but some weeks he can just about make it. So sometimes he can't give me too much. You know, the PT doesn't help me at all. Yeah, but in reality, the PT has helped me some. That when I was there on Thursday. Yeah, I'll make her aware of that, JB. Physical therapy since November. And I'm better than I was in November. But as you can see in some of my videos, I still can't get around the greatest, that's for sure. I heard that more than one dog getting stuff like that done. I hope y'all can still see and hear me okay. Just pop up on my screen. Everyone tells me that it shouldn't be too bad. So hopefully. Yeah, JB, I was afraid of that when it pops up on the screen there on the table. I can't really move my laptop anymore or fall off the table, so I hope that helps some. Am I okay now? Just any better? I'm definitely gonna look into getting a Wi-Fi extender. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I don't know what's up today. I don't know if it's the weather or what. I was having pretty good luck in this spot. I was having problems when I was 20 feet from here. So then I moved over here and it seemed to be better at first. I know my videos are uploading a lot faster from here. But I've got to get that Wi-Fi extender because during bad weather, I have to be able to be in my camper and I have no signal in there at all. I have a phone that only works on Wi-Fi, and I set that up in my window and try to watch videos on it. And most of the time, I don't even get a signal on it. Just once in a while, I get a signal. Yeah, I've been looking into get my own internet, but that's definitely not in the budget. I could get a hotspot thing from AT&T for $55 a month, but only 100 gigabytes. Unlimited plan, I could get through Bix Wireless. I had them years ago. They're very good. That would be 100 and I think it was 119 a month. So that's definitely not doable. But if I can get a Wi-Fi extender, that definitely would be better. Where I am, I can't have them run a cable back here. Because I guess that's supposed to be pretty good. Well, in fact, that's what the motorman's got up there. Him and his girlfriend put in the cable and then gave me the password for it. Yeah, I got to look into the Wi-Fi extender. The one reason that I didn't get it, because I did look at it last year, and it was saying that they would have to put a button on their modem, and then I'd have to do something with the Wi-Fi extender. And I was just afraid every time I lose power to it, they would have to go through that process again. And where I'm switching back and forth between my battery and the generator, I'd be losing power to that temporarily at least twice a day. And I can't ask them to push that button twice a day if that needs to be done every time. And the way I was reading it, that's what it sounded like. I'd have to get something that would work without having to have them push the button every time. Yeah, that one I was looking at made to go on an outlet. And what I'd planned on doing was running an extension cord up part way up towards where he is, and then cover it up and have the Wi-Fi extender plugged into the extension cord. That'd be the same thing as having it plugged into an outlet. Well, I almost completely stopped raining now, so that's a good thing. Yeah, tomorrow morning, gotta go to physical therapy. So I have to check my messages, see what time the bus is supposed to be here. They usually come about 7 o'clock. So have to get up early in the morning. Chickens are always happy on the days I go to physical therapy. So I'm out here to let them out at 6:15. On other days, it's a little bit later. I was up so late last night trying to get that video uploaded. I didn't get up till between 9:30 and 10 this morning. Okay, Beverly, you go take care of your dog. Tell him I said hi. And I should be here for a little bit longer. Yes, I will, JB. I appreciate you reminding me of that. And also, my left foot is a little bit bigger than my right foot because I had, where it starts to see, it was an infection I had in my left foot and leg about 6 years ago, I think it was. 7 years ago. And the swelling never went all the way out of my foot. I asked my doctor about it 2-3 years afterward, and he said it never would go back down the size it was before. He said it swelled up so big that it did something to everything in my foot, and it just never would go down normal size again. Yeah, I was in the hospital for a week on IV antibiotics. Went to urgent care on a Saturday, and he gave me a shot and 2 prescriptions and told me that should help. And by Monday or Tuesday, if there's not a significant improvement, either go back and see him again or go to my primary doctor. By Sunday, it was worse. So I went back to urgent care again, and he told me, he said, there's not a thing I can do. He said, if those antibiotics I gave you, he said, if anything, it should have just held the same. Definitely should not have gotten worse. Really should have gotten a little better. He said, since it got worse, he said, there's nothing I can do. Your only option, go to the hospital and be admitted for IV antibiotics. And then when they put me on the IV, it stopped it from getting any worse, because they actually made a mark on my leg of how far up my leg had gone. And it didn't get any worse for a couple days. And then it very slowly started to improve. That's about the worst thing I've ever had happen to me, other than when I shattered my T12 vertebrae. But as far as just being sick, that is the worst thing I've ever had happen to me. You just wouldn't believe how big my leg and foot swelled up. It was pretty bad. Yeah, me too, JB. They were afraid that there might, because my white blood cell count was very, very, very high. They were afraid there might be some kind of infection in my bone. And I don't know, they did several different tests on it, and they couldn't really find anything. And then just all of a sudden, well, I was admitted on Sunday night, and then I think it was day, just all of a sudden, swelling started going down. The started going down to a lower part of my leg, back towards where it originated from. And then they sent me home. I still had to take antibiotics for, I think it was 2 weeks after that. And then go to my primary doctor for a recheck, but everything was good. They did blood work again. Blood count was normal. They have no idea. All over for some kind of cut or something. Couldn't find anything. I had some bug bites on my leg, and they said it possibly could have came from an insect that bit me, or after they bit me, some kind of bacteria got in the bite. It's the only thing they could figure out. It really was a mystery. Yeah, they mentioned spider bites also, but they couldn't find anything that looked like a spider bite. It mostly just looked like mosquito bites. They were really confused over that. Because they said when that happens, normally it's from a cut, scratch, or something. But I didn't have either one on my leg at all. It looked like the chickens are getting ready to go to bed. Yeah, they're funny. roost up on top of the coop for a little while. Then they'll get down, go grab something to eat. Then they'll go back up again. So I wait until it's completely dark to put them in. Yeah, I got busy with other stuff this afternoon, and I didn't get the coop moved over into their new run. So that'll be happening tomorrow when I get home from physical therapy. Yeah, I've heard of people getting bit. Spiders, bees, anything like that when they put a piece of clothing on. Yeah, sorry to hear she passed away from that. Yeah, I had a great big spider in my camper last spring, I think it was. I think it was early spring. I posted a picture of it on Facebook, asked if anyone knew what kind of spider it was. Because it was on the wall right over the top of my pillow. And it was a huge spider. It was not really the size of a $50, but it was bigger than a quarter. Between a size of a quarter and size of a $50. Had a big body on it. And it was a scary looking spider. And everyone told me that there was an okay spider, so that made me feel a little better. But I just got thinking, this thing right over my pillow, what if I didn't see it there, or if there was another one around and that bit me during the night or something? But everyone assured me that it definitely was not a dangerous spider, so that made me feel a little better. And I haven't seen another one since. So, can't believe I just had one spider, but that's all I ever saw of that. I've seen our common spider that you see all the time. I've seen a few of them. But that great big one, there was just one of them. Yes, actually, I was reading that because I was trying to search pictures of spiders and stuff to see what it was. And I did read about the recluse. Yes, Beverly. We call them lightning bugs here, but I think they're the same thing. I love to see them at night. Hello, Jimmy Conway. Glad you could stop in. It's always good to see you. Yeah, actually, that spider there, I had a styrofoam cup there. I actually took a piece of paper, got in a styrofoam cup, held the paper over the cup, and brought it outside. I don't like to kill spiders, but if it'd been a dangerous spider and I let it go, I wouldn't have felt good about that. But since everyone told me it was nothing to worry about, I was glad that I did just let it go. Yep. I've heard that about the recluse. I remember reading that. I guess there's actually only, I think it's 2 spiders that you really have to worry about in New York State, and they're not real common. Yeah, I didn't know that the lightning bugs eat the fruit. I get see them flying around at night, and I'd like to see them. Had one laying on my arm a couple nights ago. I don't know if I missed any comments up here. Okay. Yeah, I just noticed that several comments were made there right together. Just want to make sure I didn't miss anyone. Okay, JB. Thanks for stopping in. Have a good one. You know, I get home from physical therapy. I'm going to get the chicken coop put in the run. And then I think I'm going to play a little trick on the chickens. The only thing I might end up getting the Motorman's chickens in there too. But I was thinking about, instead of waiting until after dark to put them in, there's food in there. Then when they go in to eat, lock them in then. I might be able to do that because my chickens like to hang out with me. But Motorman's chickens come over too, so. But they're not around me as much as my chickens are. My chickens follow me right around. I have to ask them to get out of the way all the time so I don't trip over them. Never heard of hammerhead worms. Yeah, I don't think it would be good if they're eating earthworms. Earthworms are good. Yeah, that's on the internet and handy for. You want to look something up, just look it up. Yeah, I love being able to be anywhere. Just pull my phone out and look up whatever I need to. I guess I stayed up too late last night. Anyone else having audio problems? Or you won't be able to hear me if you are, but if someone can hear me, can you let me know? Hello, Kimberly. Okay, that's good. Someone gets commented they lost audio, so I was just concerned. Okay, that's good. I do talk to myself sometimes, but that's not the intention right now. Okay, thank you, everyone. I appreciate you letting me know. Yeah, I'm going to see if I can get a Wi-Fi extender before I do my next live. I don't know. All I had is one bar since I've been out here. And I was 2 or 3 bars consistently. That's good. Glad you can hear me now. But this weather might have something to do with it also. How you doing, Lucy? Yeah. See, Lucy's over here visiting me now. She's the one I was talking about earlier that was limping. She still seems to be limping some, but so hopefully nothing serious with her. But she's definitely walking better than she was earlier this afternoon. You definitely have mosquitoes around here. They've been horrible this year. If everyone can watch as many videos of mine as you can, that'll help get my watch hours up. I would appreciate that. And like I said earlier, even if you don't want to just actually watch the video, if you can play it, just turn the volume down. I guess you can't mute it from what I understand. But if you turn the volume down, then that would still count toward my watch hours. So especially if you do that with this live and live from 2 weeks ago. Because I still have over 3,600 hours, watch hours I need to get. And I need another 740 subscribers. I'm slowly getting the subscribers. I'm not real concerned over that. Yeah, I hope everyone, well, I know everyone can't, but I hope most of you can hear what I'm saying. Trying to adjust it a little bit here. Hello, Estella. That could do it. No, helicopters do interfere with signals, so that could be. Anyone have any questions, comments? I'm going to say my connection's unstable. Hope I didn't lose it. Can everyone hear me now? It was saying my connection was unstable. It was reconnecting. So we might have missed part of that. Yeah, they were saying, hope I get the chickens in there tomorrow. Then tomorrow night, get Earl in there. Then probably leave him in there till next Wednesday. We should do it. And then I start collecting the eggs to incubate. So hopefully in about 4 weeks, I can have some baby chicks. I hope it works this time. I was also looking online about getting some fertilized eggs, but pay the price for eggs, and by the time I pay the shipping on them, it's more than you can buy baby chicks for. Well, since no one's saying that they can't hear me, I'm assuming that must be I got reconnected and everything's good now. I hope so. If anyone's got any questions, suggestions on future videos, anything, let me know. Yeah, I got a few things planned coming up eventually. Yeah, I know what you're saying there, JB Conway. I don't like winter at all. Well, one thing, it bothered me to try to shovel, so I don't like the snow because I can't shovel it anymore. Then the cold is just too much for me. Like last winter, we had a lot of nights that it got 10 below, 20 below zero. That's too cold. Luckily, we had a short winter. Winter didn't really get started until probably like the 10th of January. And it only lasted through into February, and then it started warming up some. Yeah, water can be a challenge during the winter. During the winter, I have to bring in all my water. Then I go to the laundromat, pay $3 a load, wash my clothes, and then $1.25, $1.50, depending on how long I leave them in the dryer. Yeah, that really is a challenge during the winter. This summer, seemed like the hole's been off quite a bit, but it's been on consistently now for probably a week and a half, 2 weeks. So that's been a good thing. I still buy my water for drinking and for the cats. The well, we let it run a while, it's okay, but first couple minutes on it, it gets got kind of an odd flavor. So, and I'm overly cautious with my cat when it comes to food and water. And for myself, I just prefer something that's got a better taste to it. Chickens, they don't care. They actually will drink out of a mud puddle before they'll drink out of the water, so they obviously don't care. Yeah, I've got a few ideas. I want to start doing some videos in my camper with the cats, and I know someone want to tour my camper and stuff. I got a little work I want to get done in there before I start videoing. So get things rearranged a little bit, and then there'll be more cat videos. And I got a few projects I need to do that I'm going to be videoing. I got to do some of my bike trailer. Because today on the way back, well, it's about 2.5 years old now. And it's starting to show its age. And where the fabric fastens to the metal frame on it, there's getting to be a pretty good gap in a couple of the corners. And this morning on the way back from the post office, my air pump that I always carry with me is have a tire go soft because I've ran over stuff for and end up with a flat tire before I get home. At least with the air pump, I got to stop 2-3 times, pump it up. At least that fell through one of the gaps inside of my trailer. But here's some dragging. Luckily, it didn't fall all the way out. So I stopped and looked, and it's half my air pump dragging on the road. So I want to see what I can do with that and get that fixed. And then as soon as I find a throttle cable, I want to get that motor put on my bike. I got to find a cable that I can use for a throttle cable, because the original one that came with it got damaged. So I need to do something different for that, and then want to get that motor on. Thank you, JB Conway. I appreciate it. Yes, Francesca, better safe than sorry. Let's see, it was 4 years ago. I had some cats that, I had 12 cats at the time. I had 2 kittens that just had litters. They each had 3 kittens each. So I had 6 adult cats and 6 kittens that were like 3 or 4 months old. And, well, actually, one of my adult cats, he got sick and died. And he'd been sick 6 months or so before that. And the vet said it was something with its blood. I forgot what it was. But she said very likely that it would come back. Well, it came back. Well, I assume that's what came back. And the second time he died from it. And then I had another cat that got stuck in the door. I was in a different camper than I'm in now, and the door was complete junk on it. Well, the cat was trying to get out, ended up getting stuck in the door. And then another cat tried going out also and got stuck on top of her. And the one that was underneath ended up dying. So those 2, I don't count. But then I had 4 other cats that, no, there was 8 total, so 6 other cats right after that mysteriously died of something. Well, kittens and cats. And they had, well, one of them in particular was a white cat, had a reddish tint on his hair, and it just didn't look right. And I think someone had sprayed him with something. And then I had another cat, which I still have now. It's Oreo. You've seen him in a couple of my videos. He's long-haired. He had a spot of something that was red and sticky in his hair, but it didn't get to his skin. It was just in his hair. I washed that out. Don't know what it was, but I think someone had dumped some kind of chemical on some of the cats. I didn't have a lock on my camper at the time, and I wasn't where I am now. I was out near the road, So someone would have had easy access. And I think someone had poisoned them. And someone had mentioned to me, but I don't think it was, that it could be the well water. And I've been nervous ever since then. So I've been buying water for the cats for the last 4 years because of that. Yeah, glad you came back, Freedom Makers. Took me a few minutes. I thought maybe it would come back. It didn't come back. So, and someone had commented to try to refresh. When I refreshed it, it canceled it right out. So then I just started up a new live stream. And I've been saying I'm going to get a Wi-Fi extender before I do another live. So I have a stronger signal. So hopefully this won't happen again. Green Raven, actually, I have seen a few of the videos. I actually do need to follow a few more channels like that. That would be interesting to see some of that stuff. Because when I get, if I can do it, when I get moved to Tennessee, I'm not sure if I'm going to be taking my camper, because I know it's going to be expensive to get my camper down there. So I don't know if I'm going to be taking my camper with me. Someone suggested buying a camper down there. Also, several have suggested getting a shed and converting it to a tiny house. So I definitely need to be investigating some ideas. But I just hope that I can get my payments caught up on that property before they decide to repossess it or foreclose on it, because I'm a long way behind on the payments on that. Yeah, thank you, Freedom Makers. Yeah, my cats mean the world to me. So I definitely did not like losing them. And ouch. So I try to do everything I can do to keep them safe. Yeah, everything leads back to, it looks like someone sprayed or dumped something on them. And like I said, the only reason I still have Oreo, I'm sure, is because of his long hair. And there was nothing in my camper that he could have gotten into. I had nothing, no red liquid in there. And that didn't get to his skin. It was stuck in his hair. So I was able to wash that out, and he was fine. Yes. My cats are definitely my family. Yeah, I love my chickens too, but my cats are very special to me. And my dog meant a lot to me too. I had a beagle that died. It'll be 5 years. 5 years in November. But ever since then, I've been at that time I was living in a one-room apartment. It was just over 100 square feet. And it was fine for Sparky because he was an older dog. He was about 11 years old. And he didn't move around much. So he was fine in there. But I won't mind to put a younger dog in anything that size. So I decided I wasn't going to get one right away. And then I lived in my car for a while. And then I got a camper and started living in the camper. Cats are fine in there. They got room to run around and stuff. I really don't have room enough for a dog. Someday I will get another dog. But I want to make sure I have room enough for them. Like I said, it was fine with Sparky because he wasn't real active. He was getting old and he had a few health issues, so and he was real special to me also. The mosquitoes are really liking me today. Is there any other questions, comments? Yeah, one of the videos I have coming up, I'll have to show you my generator. I did have that one of my very early videos. And my washer and dryer setup. Got my washer and dryer sitting outside. Can't use them in the winter anytime because without having water coming back here, so I can only use them during good weather, so that works out. And I know someone suggested a cooking video a few days ago, a week ago. And I haven't been doing too much actual cooking lately. I've just been warming a lot of stuff up in the microwave or sometimes throwing some in the air fryer. But when I have something that I'm actually cooking, I'll get a video of that. Yes, some tiny homes are very nice. Okay, glad you can stop in, Francesca. Have a good dinner. Have a good night. What was I saying? Oh, about the tiny homes. Yeah, I decided quite a while ago, probably, well, about 5 years ago, I guess it was, that really don't need something real big, unless you got a big family, of course. But for just me, I don't need something huge. In fact, my camper's about 30 feet, might be just under 30 feet. I don't even use the whole thing of that right now. I'm only using about half of it. So, don't need nothing big. And you can keep the expenses down that way. Like I said, one room I heat during the winter. Actually, this winter, I think I'm going to move into the other end of the camper because the bedroom's smaller than the living room kitchen area. So that should be easier to heat. Yeah, that's right, Beverly. There's a lot of advantages to it. It's not for everyone, though. But I'm going to be moving in together in my camper, and it'll probably take about the same amount of propane to heat it, but I'll be able to keep it a little warmer in there. Last winter, I kept it usually between 45 and 50. It was warmer over near the heater, but on the other side of the room where my bed is, it was around 45, 50 on that side of the room. So in a smaller room, it'll be warmer. And about probably 2/3, 3/4 of the way through the winter, I found out there was a place close by that fills propane tanks. Because I've always been having to get a ride to go somewhere to get my tanks filled, which is almost impossible to get a ride to get them filled. So I was buying exchange tanks. So I would pay, and depending on where I got it, the one place, they were a little over $18, but you only get 15 pounds in the tank. And some places were $21, $22 to get them exchange. And again, you only get 15 pounds in them. Well, then I found this place. It was, I think, 13 something. You get a full 20 pounds. And it's close enough so I can ride my bike there. So I started doing that. Yeah, I haven't bought any propane since the 1st of April. I'm not sure what it is. I hope it hasn't gone up too much. I know the one place that I was getting it for 18 something, the exchange tanks for 18 something, they've gone up to, I believe it's 22 now. So I'm glad I can get tanks filled now. Because it's only about, well, I had my other bike. It took me an hour. Well, this is a better bike I have now. I can make it there in, I would say, probably 40, 45 minutes. Should make it there. Because to go to down, it takes me 20 minutes now. With that other bike, it took me a half hour. So this took me an hour, so I should be able to make it about 40 minutes, 45 maybe. Of course, it takes a little bit longer to come back because a little more weight in my trailer. But I can pull quite a little weight in that. I've had as much as 120 pounds in it before. That, it's a little tough on the hills. But if I keep it below 50 pounds, then you really don't too much of a difference that you pull in anything. A little bit, but not too much. Yeah, there was a few days that I had to do some planning. If I knew it was going to get cold, well, don't need propane for a couple days, but I better go today to get it because the high for the next 2 days is only going to be in the single number. So I did that. One time I didn't go because I knew it was going to be too cold to go that day. And by the time I went, I was out of propane. I turned it down just as low as I could that night before to try to stretch it, and I made it through till morning. Yeah, I'm hoping I can stock up a little bit on propane this winter. That's what I've always tried to do in the past. I try to have at least a tank or two filled when I go get propane. So if something comes up and I can't get there, at least I've got to last me a few more days. Any other questions? I'll think of something to talk about here, but right now I'm just not thinking of anything. Yeah, I'm hoping I know by this winter there's no way I can do it. But I'm hoping things go good, and by next winter I can get to Tennessee. I'm really hoping I can get caught up in those payments and then get moved down there. Summers aren't bad here, but the winter's a killer. I know in the South, summers are brutal, but winters would be so much better. And on my property, there's a lot of trees, and definitely no matter what I do, whether it's camper, tiny house, it definitely will be in full shade. Like where my camper is here, it's in about half to 2/3 shade until mid-afternoon. And then mid-afternoon on, it's fully shaded. But this year it hasn't been too bad. We haven't had that many real hot days. I guess trying to think of what to talk about next. I should start making a list tonight of stuff to talk about for the next time. Well, again, for anyone that wasn't here earlier, I just want to thank everyone for a very successful first month. I'm far beyond where I expected to be after the first month. Still got a long ways to go, but I'm a quarter of the way there on my subscribers, almost 10% on my watch hours. So if you can go back and watch any of the videos, and like I was saying, if you want to play the live and just turn the volume down, have it playing on your phone or computer or whatever, that will add to my watch hours. But I understand that if you mute it, it won't count. So just turn the volume down if you don't want to listen to the whole thing again. Anyone can do that. It would really help me out. But my goal right now is to become monetized and then start getting some money from YouTube. And that would be a help. Thank you for all the gifts that everyone sent me. Really appreciated. Hello, Debbie. Thank you. I hope it is soon. And yes, that would be nice. It'd be nice to make these pesky advertisements pay off. I know sometimes the advertisements can be a pain, but I worked in radio advertising for a short period of time. So I know how important the advertising is. Have a good night. Thank you for stopping in. Yeah, I know I'll get there. It's a slow process. I knew it was going to be. But like I said, I'm off to a better start than I thought I would be by this point. So I'm really hopeful. And I like that I'm getting a lot of views on my videos, a lot of likes, and a lot of comments. People saying they like the video. So I know I'm going in the right direction. And anytime anyone has any suggestions, just let me know. If it's a video that I can do, I'll do it. I'm glad they could stop in. Okay, thanks for stopping in, Beverly. I'll have if everything goes good, I don't have any more computer problems. I'll have a video coming out tonight of Earl. I got him recorded today for over 7 minutes. And it's just going to be Earl in this video. Well, a couple of the other chickens and some of the pigs going to be in it. But it's basically just Earl. And whenever he's not crowing, I'm going to put some music in. Because he went some spells there where he went a minute or two without crowing. But you'd be able to hear all his crows through those 7 minutes. So we're doing the live today. I didn't have time to get everything done and edit a video and stuff. So this will be a quick one that I can get up. Because I know everyone loves Earl. He's quite a rooster. Thank you. I could use all the thumbs up I can get. I'd appreciate it. Yeah, I'm glad you like that music. I had quite a time finding something, and I was trying to mix it up a little bit, but then I came across this song, and I don't know, I just like it, and probably eventually I'll try to add some other stuff in. But for now, it's the only song I'm using. I use Clipchamp to do my editing, and the stuff that they have in there to use on YouTube is actually copyrighted stuff. And they got all kinds of music on there. I'm glad it makes you happy. That's my goal. I want to make everyone happy. Hope it back. It was saying signal was unstable. It's trying to reconnect. So I hope everyone's able to hear me now. Yeah, and I promise, before I do another live, Wi-Fi extender. Okay, good. I'm glad it came back, because it popped up, went away, and then popped right back up again, and I'm glad it's good now. I'm sorry about that. I wasn't expecting these problems. It's been doing good for me. And all of a sudden tonight, I'm depending on it, and look what happens. We'll get things straightened out. I gotta do some upgrades. That when I have my phone recording when I'm sitting here, everything's backwards. And when I was working on the chicken run, I use my cane in my left hand, but in the video it's showing right hand. And that's because of the camera on my phone. It's putting everything backwards. But then when I use the back camera, and the camera's on the back, then everything's okay. But unfortunately, I can't see if I'm in the frame or anything when I'm trying to show myself. So I need to get a different camera for that. I could comment on that, dog man, but I don't know if I should. Oh, what the heck, I'm gonna... Where have you had your thumb up? Yeah, I'm glad to see you today. I know you gotta be bored to be on my live. I didn't think it was. And we don't need to discuss it any further. Oh yeah, I know. I feel bad for you people down there this summer. And I know, I'm thinking myself, I got to be crazy to want to move down south, but I do want to do that. There's only been, I think, 2 days here that I've had to stay inside in the air conditioning because it was just too hot to be outside. But There's been a few days that I haven't done much because it's been too hot, but hot here is in the 90s. We very, very rarely get triple digit. That's something that happened like maybe once every 20 years. I think I can only remember, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 times that it's topped 100 in my lifetime. Heat index will get up there sometimes, but the actual temperature, usually not above low to mid 90s. Sometimes we do have a few days and it'll be upper 90s. But I think I can deal 105 degrees better than I can 20 below. When I was younger, it was a different story, but now I just cannot take that way below zero stuff. Well, time to get out long sleeve shirts, isn't it, Dog Man? Yeah, we were in the 70s here today. I didn't check the actual temperature, but Larry said it was 75. Actually, I could. This will cooperate with me. Good on that phone, so it takes a minute for it to load up. I gotta get a thermometer so I know exactly what the temperature is. Our local weather station must be down again. This is saying 78 in Fulton, 25 miles from here. Normally I'm getting the readings from about 2 miles from here. But I know they were having issues with that weather station there, so it must be down today. Overall, it hasn't been a bad summer here. It definitely wasn't dry this summer, but it wasn't nowhere near as wet as last summer. We've had enough rain, but we haven't had too much. Been just about right. Not a problem, Austin and crew. Glad you're able to stop in. Maybe we can do it again someday. The hay crop's been real good this year. In fact, I've heard that there's been tractor trailer loads of hay going down Interstate 81 heading south. So maybe some of that's heading down towards where there's no hay down there. Well, good to hear that, Austin. Yeah, one of my physical therapists has horses, and the place that he gets his hay from, last winter, that guy ran out of hay and he had to get hay somewhere else. He told him this year, he said, I got all the hay you want all winter. And he's still going to be able to cut more hay after this. So hopefully the surplus ends up going down south where it's needed. Mosquitoes are sure loving this weather. I see, still got 9 people with me. 10. More people coming on. That's good. No, back to 9. Now people just going off just to mess with me. Yeah, anyone got any suggestions? Just let me know. Like I said, once I get started on something, I can keep talking, but I run out of suggestions after a while and need some help with it. Yes, price of food is crazy. I've been noticing that when I go shopping. See, I can't think of anything used for an example right now. Of water. Gallon of water was $1.25 at Dollar General. Then it went to $1.50. Now it's $1.65. It just seems like every couple weeks going up a little more. Banquet frozen dinners, they went up 45 cents. And bread's gone up. And just about everything has. Hi, Abby. Nice you could. Price of everything's gone up. Like last spring, I don't know if I mentioned this before or not, but last spring, my bicycle just fell apart. Wheel bearings went and crankshaft bearings, all within a day or two. It just fell right apart. Oh, yeah. Sales aren't what they used to be, that's for sure. And that fell apart there. I'd had it for a couple years. I paid $98 for that. I went to price that same exact bike at the same place. I got it at Walmart. I priced it on the Walmart website, $168. Went up $70 in 2 years. Almost doubled. Ridiculous. That's not good. You pay top dollar for food and have it be bad. If I remember that, Beverly. Yeah, I remember my father had me put some money in. This was a little while after Carter was all off. Reagan was in office at the time, but interest rates were still high. And I had some money in my savings account. I was probably like 12 years old or so at the time. My father said, you should take $500 out of your savings account. I didn't have much more than that, so it's pretty much all I had. You should take 500 of that and put it into a high interest account. Well, I did. I remember that. So it would have been about 1983, and interest rate was 13% on that. It dropped some. They were as high as 18% on those accounts, but it dropped to 13% by the time I put my money in. So for the next 5 years, I was getting 13% interest on the money, and then interest rates dropped after that. Um, yes, I was talking about hay. Around here in New York, everyone's got more hay than they know what to do with this year. And I've heard there's been tractor trailers load of it heading down Interstate 81. So I'm assuming going down south where there's a shortage of hay. The weather's been perfect for growing here this year. It hasn't been dry, but it hasn't been overly wet. Last year they had trouble with hay because it just rained constantly all summer. But this year we've been having some dry weather, and it's been pretty good. We get rain when we need it, but we haven't been getting too much rain, and it hasn't been getting dried out too much. So, and it hasn't been overly hot. We've only had maybe a dozen days in the 90s, maybe 15, between 12 and 15 days, I would say, in the 90s. Everyone's mowing their lawns every week, which normally past the middle of July, you do not mow your lawn every week. But this year, here it is middle of August, grass is still green and growing. So, been pretty good for growing here this year. Oh, that would upset me, dog man. Thinking you're going to have a nice T-bone steak and it's no good. I wouldn't be happy with. Oh, that's not good, Beverly. Yeah, lawns around here are nice and green. I'll have to try to get some of those in my videos. Try not to film too much in front of people's houses. I know some people don't like it, but I'll try. I know there was one place on my way to the post office when I go to Dollar General and stuff. He mows a field beside his house. I'll see if I can get some video of that. Lawns are looking beautiful around here. Well, we're just saying I was unstable and trying to reconnect. Then it went away, so I'm assuming I'm still here. We actually have a small independently owned store. It's about 4 miles from here by the road. I don't go there very often because even 4 miles can be quite a ride sometimes. But they have good meat there. Everyone loves their meat, and they have very good prices. So I think I might go there and get a steak or two to throw on my new grill. I gotta get one of those 1 pound propane tanks. I gotta get one of them so I can use it. Got the grill, got it all together, and don't have any propane. So I gotta get that propane and get that fired up and throw a good steak on it. I usually just cook hamburgers and hot dogs and stuff on a grill, chicken. But steak's good every now and then. Just not something I can do on a daily basis. Yeah, I tried putting a order into Aldi the other day because they got better prices on some stuff than I can get at Dollar General, and a lot of stuff I can't get from Walmart. I don't know how the other Walmart stores are, but the local Walmart here, they won't deliver any type of bread product. They don't deliver meat, which I can understand the meat because sometimes it's hour and a half from the time they leave the store and make all the stops on the way here before they get here. But I don't know why they won't deliver bread. I love bagels, and there's nowhere local to get bagels. None of the stores close by here carry them. So I've been out of bagels, and they're like $15 a package to order on Amazon, so I don't do that. So I was going to put an order into Aldi's. I was going to get some other stuff, but it was mainly so I could get some bagels. And they wanted almost $14 between delivery fees and service fees. That wasn't including the driver tip. I wouldn't have a problem with that. They say 100% of the tip goes to the driver. But before you add the tip on, it was almost $14 and just fees going to Instacart. I wasn't going to pay that. Because Aldi's already charges a little bit higher price for delivery item. Not a lot higher, but a lot of things would be like 10 or 20 cents higher than if you go in the store and buy them. And then Instacart wanted to put that much in fees on it. I said, nope. I guess I'll go without bagels a little bit longer. Yes, actually, I should do that, Laura. Because those small tanks, they're not cheap. That's for sure. At the store that I used to work at, I was there yesterday, and I asked how much one is. With tax, it comes up to almost $11. That's almost what it costs to fill a 20-pound tank. But I know I can get them for around $6 or $7, but even that's a lot, and a pound doesn't last too long. So I should get that converter, because that would last a long time on a 20-pound tank. Yeah. Thanks for the suggestion. I actually knew about that, but just wasn't thinking. I don't know why you didn't think of that. I guess it goes along with old age. Mine doesn't work quite as quick as it used to. You might definitely do want to get to using that soon. Yep. Yes, some people can think of that stuff right off the top of their head, and I can always think of it, but Sometimes it takes me a while. Yankee, from the next live, I should cook a steak dinner. I'll be like Dog Man. Yeah, steak dinner he made, that did look good. Jeff got a good treat there that night. Yeah, see, the chickens are getting ready to go to bed. Oh yeah, he's a great guy. I like him. And he's always such a comedian in his videos. Unlike where he's always saying, well, give me a like or give me a unlike. I don't really care. I love it when he says that. Yeah, I was glad I found him on YouTube. The throat's getting a little dry. Yeah, just doing a search one day and searching something about chickens. I can't remember what it was. And one of Bobblehead, Groovy Eggs now, but that time his Bobblehead's videos came up. So I watched it, liked it, so I subscribed to his channel, and then eventually there was something mentioned about Dogman. So I subscribed to him. And then, of course, Drew. And then it was Butt Nugget Farm at that time. Tiny Farm Nuggets now. I got subscribed to all those channels. It all originated from Bobblehead, actually. And I was glad to get connected into this community. It's really good community and all great people. Yes, definitely, Laura. It is it's so nice on here. Because like you try to post anything on that big social media, the blue circle with the big F in the middle, then you get all kinds of crazy comments on there and stuff. But on here, you post a video and everyone's very supportive of it. Someone might have a suggestion or something, but you don't get all the craziness that you do on other sites. Yeah, you're all a very good bunch of people. I appreciate the support from everyone. It's just amazing. Well, I don't like to spray chemicals on myself, but it's going to be a little too much. And it's almost dark, so the skills are really coming out now. Yeah, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to keep this going because when it gets too dark, my camera's going to shut off. It will just, without warning, just all of a sudden shut off. Yes, that's right, Beverly. And this definitely is a place to be encouraged and be positive. It's a great community, definitely. I wish I'd become involved in this a few years back. Yeah, definitely am. I got to agree with that 100%. You're all great people. And I love watching the videos that others put out. Even though sometimes I can't get to all of them when I'm working on my own videos. But I try. Well, thanks for stopping in, Beverly. I appreciate it. It's hard to believe it's been over 3 hours. Yeah, my first live was 2 hours and 15 minutes. I didn't think it would last more than half hour, maybe an hour. But I do want to do this on a regular basis. I'm just not sure. Well, first of all, I do want to get the Wi-Fi extender because I don't want to have it keep going out like it did today. And then I guess I have to try to figure out what'd be a good day and time. Right now, I can't go any later because of my setup here. I got to be done before it gets dark. But once I get the Wi-Fi extender, I should be able to do it from inside. So then the time shouldn't matter. Because I think right now it's 8:08 here. And I think I know I've got some in the Eastern time zone, but I think I've got a lot of people Central. I know some Pacific. So it's probably earlier than this for a lot of you. And again, while we're trying to get this figured out and I get my Wi-Fi extender, if any of you have any suggestions of what you think might be a good time slot for me, let me know. Like I was asking if anyone knew of anyone that was on at this time because I didn't want to interfere with anyone. I know Wednesday evenings are filled right up. Sunday afternoon is. Well, I probably should end this because I'm afraid that camera's going to be shutting off on me anytime now. But I want to thank everyone for watching tonight. Thanks for all the support you've given me. It's been, like I said, it's been an amazing first month. It was more than I ever expected. I was hoping for maybe half of what actually happened. I had no idea within a month I'd had 260 subscribers. I was hoping for maybe 100 or so. I appreciate everything. Everything's been sent to me. Watching my videos, subscribing. The ones of you that have been sharing my channel. Every little bit helps. And I really appreciate it. And I'll get there. I know I'll get there. Okay, you have a good night, Laura. And I guess just gonna finish it up. I'll just stay on a couple minutes longer. You want to get any closing comments or anything? And you can always email suggestions to me. My email address is in my About section. You can comment any of the videos, even the older videos. If you comment on there, I go in and check for comments I haven't replied to on all of my videos. There's an option where I can do that. So even if someone comments on my first video, I'll find it within a day or two. I'll find it and be able to reply back to you. Well, everyone, have a good night, and thank you for everything. It is really appreciated.